Hey everyone, it's Deirdre here, and yesterday we held a flag display on campus. So we put 300 little flags and outside in quad, in the grass, in the snow, and we asked people what they thought about sex-selective abortions. So if you didn't know already, Canada has no laws at all regarding abortion, no restrictions at all, and sex-selective abortions are legal as a result. And yeah, we know that they happen not because women will state their reasons, but because males and females are born at a disproportionate rate. So I was surprised to hear students' reactions to this information on campus. Actually, some of them were not sure what they thought about it, but other people were justifying it based on the context of the culture. So yes, certain cultures might be able to justify a practice, but those justifications don't make it okay, right? So I was actually speaking to a girl a few weeks ago on campus at our outreach tables, and she said that the country where she's from would punish a woman for being sexually assaulted. Obviously, some cultures might be able to justify that by some means, but that doesn't make it an okay practice. We can still see that that is something that harms other people and does more harm than good to anyone. So I was shocked to hear people's justifications, but it only made sense if we're talking about sex-selective abortions. I mean, if someone is able to say that sex-selective abortions are wrong because it's sexist, they'd have to recognize that human inside the womb is someone who should be free from discrimination, right? Sex-selective abortions are wrong because you're treating someone differently. You're depriving them the chance to live their life based on a factor that they don't get to choose, the fact that they're a girl at birth. Yeah, it's sexist, plain and simple. The idea that people should be able to decide who lives because females or males even might be less desirable or less valued. And that being said, there are other circumstances or factors that people will take in if they're deciding to have an abortion. But they all are similar. So, for example, like there might be the instance of disability or an abnormality. Some people might get abortions because their child might grow up in poverty, or because some people will justify abortions because they're early enough in development that the child is not aged enough, so that it's okay at a certain point. Now, all of these factors, and as far as I know, every other factor that anyone can think of to justify abortion is about the preborn child, but it doesn't give us a reason why it's okay to kill a human. Yeah, all of these justifications are things that people don't decide, that the preborn child is not responsible for, and they wouldn't justify killing a human inside the womb more than it could justify killing someone outside the womb. Or am I wrong? Am I missing something here? Let me know what you think. I'd really like to hear what you have to say. Of course, women who are searching for abortions will find themselves in difficult circumstances, absolutely, and it's up to us as a society to empower women, to support them, and so they don't need to turn to ending their life or their child because of those circumstances. I think that's something that we can all agree on. So, those are just the thoughts that have been running through my mind after the events of the past few days, and obviously I can't talk anymore. But yeah, so let me know what you think. What do you think about sex-selective abortions?